Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I'm doing here an announcement of my participation in Historathon 2024. This is the brainchild event of Vin at Revenant Reads. He claims, and I agree, that history does not get a lot of attention and love on BookTube as much as it should. Now, I do read a lot of nonfiction, but a lot of my nonfiction probably would not qualify as history. I'm not even sure if I can qualify exactly what it means by history. I know a lot of what it means to be history, but there are a lot of gray areas, such as biographies. Are biographies history? Or are they not? Well, I will be exploring that in this. But here, I'm telling people that history and nonfiction is a really good category of books to be reading in. I truly love my nonfiction. And so I'm going to be participating. Now, Historathon is divided up in two quarters. And you don't necessarily have to follow the quarterly prompts to participate in Historathon 2024. I think the idea is that if you read one history book in 2024, you're kind of participating in Historathon. But I'm going to somewhat follow the prompts. And these prompts are January to March, Prehistory to 500 CE. April to June is 500 to 1500. And then July-September is 1500 to 1820. And October to December is 1820 to present. Now, some of these dates are a little bit off skew from what normal people might pick, but they also coincide with some other really important BookTube events, such as Jane Austen July, which is a hugely popular event. And they encourage people to read about Jane Austen's history during that month, too. So they want to open it up so people double dip. And the last one, 1820 to present, also allows people to read about Victober. But what will I be reading? Now, I have to admit that there is going to be a 500-pound gorilla on my reading list in 2024. I have volunteered to be a judge for the BookTube Prize, fiction and nonfiction. I may bow out of fiction, not sure yet, but I'm definitely going to try to participate in nonfiction. And what that means is I will be given some books in nonfiction to read. And they may not fit exactly to the quarterly prompts, depending on when they're going to assign them. So here's what I'm going to do. It's a little bit of a cheat, but if I am assigned a BookTube Prize book to read that fits one of these prompts, I'm just going to say that I did that prompt in its proper time frame. I know realistically it's going to probably be out of skew, but that 500-pound gorilla is going to be taking up a lot of my reading attention. But I can talk a little bit about some of the books that I do want to read that probably will not make it under the BookTube Prize. And for prehistory, there is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time. It is called The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, A New History of the Lost World by Steve Burchetti. And it's just essentially, a new history of dinosaurs. Because when I was a kid, dinosaurs were giant reptiles. And I think we've come a long way since then. So I would like to read a more current opinion about dinosaurs. Another book that I want to pick up. Now, the one thing about the dinosaurs is that I don't physically have that book right now, and I am on this ridiculous book buying ban. So I can get it as an audiobook but I think the book is going to have pictures of dinosaurs, so we'll have to see, because I'd want to see those pictures of dinosaurs. Another one that I really want to read is Prehistory, Making of the Human Mind by Colin Renfro. And he is an archaeologist, and he is covering human history essentially before writing. And I have read other books that basically describe how you determine prehistory. And it's a lot through archaeological finds that we can deduce what people were thinking and feeling back in prehistory. And also, apparently, in this book, he gets into the idea of what does it really mean to be prehistory. Now, that one is available on audiobook, and I think I'm going to pick that one up in January or February. Another book that I want to read is The Trial of Socrates by I.F. Stone. And this is, of course, about the trial of Socrates in ancient Greece. I have read the Plato, his Apology, the Credo, and the Phaedo, which cover the death of Socrates. And this is sort of a cross between the life of ancient Athens that condemned Socrates to death and analyzing a bit of his philosophy at that time. So it's sort of like the history philosophy mix. And that's what I plan to do for prehistory. For 1500 or 500 to 1500, I have two books in mind. I have Muhammad by Maxim Rodinson. He is a French Marxist writing a biography of Muhammad. And this will coincide with my reading of religious texts and religious fiction and people's belief about religion. And I hope this will give me a better understanding about Islam and the life of Muhammad. Also related to my religious project is that I kind of want to read the Confessions of St. Augustine. I have not read that since university. That is an autobiography, and I think it can count as a historical document, maybe. Just put it in there and read it anyway. Another one I want to read is Inventing the Middle Ages by Norman E. Cantor. This is essentially a critique of medieval historians and how historians have interpreted the Middle Ages over time. And that's where I am. I don't have any other TBR plans for the 1500 to 1820 or the 1820 to present. Now, the 1820 to present, I am pretty sure I will find something on the BookTube prize that will qualify for that prompt. It'll probably be read before October or December. It's just one of those things that's going to happen. For the July-September 1500 to 1820, I don't know. I'll find something interesting to read. I'll probably be paying attention a lot to other people's TBRs in this event, because there's some good ones that people are planning to read. And I hope that this announcement may inspire someone else on BookTube to join Historathon 2024. It's my first year, so it can be your first year too. Thank you for watching, and keep on reading.